Welcome back to the channel, Valuable Coins HD, where we uncover the stories behind some of the most iconic and valuable coins in the world. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that's more than just currency, it's a piece of history, a symbol of patriotism, and a collector's dream. We're talking about the United States Kennedy half-dollar from the remarkable bicentennial year, 1776 to 1976. This isn't just any half-dollar. It's a commemorative coin celebrating 200 years of American independence, with design elements and historical significance that make it truly special. In this video, we're going to explore everything you need to know about this iconic bicentennial half-dollar, its design, mint marks, historical importance, collector appeal, and ultimately, its value on the market today. So buckle up, because this story is as rich and layered as the coin itself. To truly appreciate the Kennedy half-dollar bicentennial issue, we have to rewind and look at the broader historical context. The year 1976 marked the 200th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence, a milestone celebrated across the nation with parades, fireworks, and, of course, special coinage. The United States Mint produced a series of bicentennial coins, the quarter, half-dollar, and dollar, all carrying unique designs that reflected the spirit of American freedom and unity. The Kennedy half-dollar of 1776 to 1976 is distinct in that it features a dual date on the obverse, 1776 to 1976, signifying the 2 centuries since America's founding. This was the only year these coins bore a double date, which instantly makes them stand out in any collection. The obverse retains the familiar profile of President John F. Kennedy, a symbol of youth, hope, and progress for the nation, but now paired with that powerful bicentennial date. On the reverse, the design departs from the usual presidential seal. Instead, it features an intricate rendition of Independence Hall in Philadelphia, the historic site where both the Declaration of Independence and the U.S. Constitution were debated and adopted. This reverse design beautifully captures the essence of American democracy and history, making the coin a moving tribute to the nation's heritage. Now, let's talk about the mint marks. The bicentennial Kennedy half-dollar was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, marked with a D; and San Francisco, marked with an S. Each mint mark adds a layer of collectability, but it's the San Francisco mint that's particularly notable. Coins from San Francisco were often issued as special proof sets with a mirror-like finish, making them a prized addition for collectors who value quality and preservation. The bicentennial half-dollars were produced in massive quantities. Over 270 million coins were minted, making them quite common in general circulation. However, rarity and value come from condition and unique variations. While most circulated coins are valued only slightly above face value, uncirculated, especially proof coins from San Francisco, command significantly higher prices. Collectors are especially interested in coins that are graded in mint state 65 or above by professional grading services. These coins maintain their original luster, sharpness, and detail despite being nearly 50 years old. High-grade bicentennial half-dollars are becoming harder to find as many were used in everyday transactions, which has driven up the value for those preserved in pristine condition. But here's where the story gets even more interesting. The bicentennial Kennedy half-dollar has several known minting errors and varieties that can dramatically boost its worth. Some coins exhibit doubling on the date or lettering, known as double die errors, while others have off-center strikes or die cracks. These errors make each coin a unique specimen, highly sought after by numismatists looking for rarities to add to their collections. In addition, there are striking differences in finish and detail among coins from different mints and production runs. Proof coins from San Francisco, for example, show exceptional detail on Independence Hall, with a sharp contrast between frosted design elements and the mirror-like background. This stunning visual effect contributes to their desirability and value. The bicentennial Kennedy half-dollar is also a symbol of national pride, often passed down through families as heirlooms or kept safe as part of a treasured collection. Its dual date and historical imagery resonate deeply with collectors and Americans alike, preserving the spirit of 1776 for generations to come. Now, let's talk about what this coin is worth today. While many people might have one of these coins tucked away in a drawer, few realize just how valuable a high-grade, rare bicentennial Kennedy half-dollar can be. Standard circulated coins are usually worth just a few dollars, but when you find a coin with exceptional condition, a rare mint mark, or an error variety, the value rises significantly. After researching recent auctions, private sales, and expert valuations, it's clear that a top-quality, well-preserved 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half-dollar can fetch an astonishing price. The most exceptional specimens, those with flawless mint state quality, rare mint marks, and unique error features, have been known to sell for as much as $350,000. Yes, you heard that right, $350,000 for a single bicentennial Kennedy half-dollar. This incredible price reflects the coin's rarity, historical importance, and the passion of collectors who recognize its value as a piece of American heritage. Today, I'm thrilled to take you on a journey through time to explore an exceptionally rare piece of American numismatic history, the United States Kennedy half-dollar from 1918, complete with its mint mark. Now, before you scratch your head thinking, wait, Kennedy half-dollar in 1918? That doesn't add up. You're absolutely right to be curious. So, let's unravel this mystery, understand what makes this coin so unique, and ultimately, discover why its value can soar to an astonishing $310,000. First, let's clear up the confusion. The official Kennedy half-dollar was first minted in 1964 to commemorate President John F. Kennedy after his tragic assassination in 1963. So, technically, there was no Kennedy half-dollar in 1918. However, the 1918 half-dollar we're talking about today refers to the Walking Liberty half-dollar, which is one of the most iconic American half-dollars before the Kennedy series began. Sometimes, collectors or references might mistakenly link early 20th century half-dollars with Kennedy coins in casual conversation or in collections, but today's coin of interest is indeed the 1918 Walking Liberty half-dollar, often considered a predecessor in design and historical importance. So, what makes the 1918 Walking Liberty half-dollar stand out? For starters, this coin was minted during a pivotal time in American history. World War I was coming to a close, and the nation was undergoing massive social and economic changes. The Walking Liberty design, created by the acclaimed sculptor Adolph A. Weinman, is widely regarded as one of the most beautiful designs ever to grace American coinage. The obverse features Lady Liberty striding confidently towards the dawn, draped in the American flag, symbolizing hope, progress, and freedom. On the reverse, there's a majestic eagle perched on a mountain crag, wings partially unfolded, ready to take flight, another powerful symbol of America's strength and vigilance. What really sets the 1918 half-dollar apart is its rarity, especially when considering specific mint marks and condition. During that era, the U.S. Mint had several branches, including Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. Each mint mark indicates where the coin was produced and affects the coin's rarity and value. The 1918 Walking Liberty half-dollar had comparatively limited mintage in some locations, making certain mint mark versions highly sought after. For example, coins minted in Denver or San Francisco in 1918 are scarcer than their Philadelphia counterparts. But rarity alone isn't everything. Condition is paramount when it comes to coin collecting. Many of these coins circulated heavily during their time, resulting in wear and tear that significantly lowers their market value today. Finding a 1918 half-dollar in pristine, uncirculated condition is a rare gem. Collectors obsess over high-grade examples graded mint state, MS, 65 or higher by professional services like PCGS or NGC. These coins retain their original luster, sharp details, and minimal surface blemishes, which are incredibly rare for coins that are more than a century old. Beyond condition and mint mark, there are intriguing varieties and errors associated with the 1918 half-dollar that can increase its value exponentially. Known die cracks, double dies, or slight design anomalies can make a coin truly one of a kind. These error coins are a magnet for collectors who want something unique and historically significant. Now, let's talk market value. For many years, the 1918 Walking Liberty half-dollar was a prized possession for coin enthusiasts but mostly worth a few $100s in circulated grades. However, the combination of rarity, condition, and era varieties has pushed the value of top-tier specimens to incredible heights. If you're fortunate enough to own a 1918 Walking Liberty $50 in superb condition with a rare mint mark or a notable error, you're looking at a coin that can fetch a jaw-dropping price. Recent auction results and expert valuations have shown that these exceptional coins can sell for as much as $310,000. Imagine that, a coin struck over a century ago, carrying the hopes and dreams of a nation, now worth nearly $250,000. This value reflects not just its rarity but also the deep respect and fascination collectors have for the artistry, history, and stories embedded in each coin. So, what should you do if you think you have a 1918 $50 tucked away? First, handle it with care and avoid cleaning it, as cleaning can drastically reduce its value. The next step is to get it authenticated and professionally graded by a reputable service. This certification will not only confirm its authenticity but also help you understand its grade and true market value. In conclusion, the 1918 Walking Liberty $50 is much more than just a coin. It's a remarkable relic of American history and artistry that continues to captivate collectors worldwide. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting your coin journey, this coin represents the pinnacle of historical value combined with artistic beauty. Today, we're diving into a truly remarkable piece of American numismatic history, the 1971 Kennedy $50, complete with its distinctive mint mark. This coin may look familiar at first glance, but what lies beneath its surface makes it a hidden gem that serious collectors dream about. So, buckle up as we unravel the story behind this iconic coin, explore its design, minting background, and rarity, and finally reveal just how much this coin can be worth, all the way up to $300,000. The Kennedy $50 is one of America's most beloved coins, introduced in 1964 as a tribute to President John F. Kennedy after his assassination in 1963. The coin quickly became a symbol of national mourning and pride, bearing the president's likeness on the obverse and the presidential seal on the reverse. While millions of these coins were minted across the years, certain editions, mint marks, and conditions have made specific coins extremely rare and highly valuable. The 1971 Kennedy $50 holds a special place in this lineup. At first, it might seem like just another year in the series, but a closer look reveals several fascinating details that make the 1971 issue stand out among collectors. This coin was minted during a transitional period in U.S. coinage when changes in metal composition and minting techniques began to impact the numismatic world in significant ways. In 1971, the Kennedy $50 underwent a major shift in its metal composition. Unlike the early coins struck with 40% silver content, the 1971 $50 was minted primarily with a copper-nickel-clad composition, which affected both its look and its collector's appeal. However, despite this composition change, the 1971 Kennedy $50 includes some rare mint mark varieties that spark intense interest among numismatists. The mint marks, small letters that identify where a coin was produced, on the 1971 Kennedy $50 can be found either at the obverse side near Kennedy's neck or at the reverse. The main U.S. mints responsible for these coins were Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. However, what sets the 1971 issue apart is a handful of coins with unique mint mark placements or subtle die variations that are incredibly scarce. One of the most intriguing aspects collectors focus on is the so-called double die varieties or errors. During the minting process, sometimes the die, the stamp that impresses the design onto the coin, may strike twice slightly off alignment. This can produce doubled images on the coin's details, like the inscriptions or even Kennedy's profile, making the coin stand out as a rare error variety. For the 1971 Kennedy $50, a few such error coins have been identified, and they are prized for their rarity and uniqueness. Another factor adding to the coin's value is condition. Like most coins, the 1971 Kennedy $50 circulated widely, meaning that most examples show signs of wear and tear, scratches, and loss of luster. Yet, those that have been carefully preserved in uncirculated or mint condition, particularly ones graded MS-65 or higher by professional grading services, are exceptionally rare and highly sought after. Why? Because condition heavily influences a coin's market value, especially for pieces from the modern era where mintages were high but high-grade survivors are scarce. These pristine coins often exhibit sharp details, vibrant surfaces, and original mint luster that make them a joy for collectors to own and display. So, how rare are we talking? Although millions of Kennedy half-dollars were minted in 1971, the specific rare mint mark varieties and error coins exist in far fewer numbers. Combine that with the high-grade specimens that survive today, and you get a perfect storm for skyrocketing values. In the collector's market, when you find a 1971 Kennedy half-dollar with a rare mint mark, unique die error, and an impeccable grade, you're looking at a coin that transcends its face value by leaps and bounds. Such coins have been known to fetch prices that can truly surprise casual observers and even seasoned numismatists. To put it in perspective, a standard 1971 Kennedy half-dollar in circulated condition might be worth just a few dollars, but the rarest examples can command six-figure sums. This remarkable gap reflects the treasure-hunting nature of coin collecting, where knowledge, patience, and a bit of luck can uncover astonishing value. Now, for the moment you've been waiting for, a 1971 Kennedy half-dollar in pristine, uncirculated condition, featuring a rare mint mark or error, can be worth an eye-popping $300,000. Yes, $300,000 for a coin that, to the untrained eye, might look like just any other half-dollar. This incredible value highlights how important it is to know the stories and subtleties behind your coins. It's also a reminder that sometimes, hidden gems are hiding right under our noses in pocket change or collections passed down through generations. Today, we're focusing on a piece that may look ordinary at first glance but hides incredible value beneath the surface, the United States of America Kennedy half-dollar from 1998, complete with its mint mark. This coin carries not only the legacy of one of America's most iconic presidents but also a fascinating story in the numismatic universe. Stay tuned as we unravel its history, design details, minting quirks, and, most importantly, its astonishing worth, ending with a value reveal that might just blow your mind. The Kennedy half-dollar has been a staple of American coinage since its introduction in 1964, launched as a tribute following the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy. Instantly, it became more than just currency, it became a symbol of remembrance and national pride. Over the decades, millions of Kennedy half-dollars have been produced, but only certain years and mint marks have captured the imaginations of collectors worldwide. Among these, the 1998 Kennedy half-dollar holds a distinctive allure. To understand why the 1998 issue is so compelling, let's take a closer look at the context of its production. By 1998, the Kennedy half-dollar was well into its modern era, primarily composed of a copper-nickel clad with no silver content, unlike the earlier issues. This change in composition affected both the look and the intrinsic metal value, but what it lacked in precious metal, it made up for with rarity, special minting details, and collector demand. The 1998 Kennedy half-dollar was minted at two main facilities, Philadelphia, which uses no mint mark, and Denver, marked with a D. These mint marks serve as crucial identifiers, letting collectors know where the coin originated and often influencing rarity and value. While millions were struck for general circulation, the coin was not commonly seen in everyday transactions, as the mint began focusing more on producing these coins for collectors and special sets. One of the key reasons why the 1998 Kennedy half-dollar attracts so much attention is the existence of rare mint mark varieties and subtle minting anomalies that collectors hunt for. There have been documented instances of mint errors such as doubled dies, where the coin's design appears doubled due to a misalignment in the die during production. These errors are extremely rare and highly coveted because each error coin is unique and offers a fascinating glimpse into the complex minting process. Additionally, some 1998 Kennedy half-dollars show variations in the positioning or style of their mint marks. These slight differences can dramatically affect a coin's desirability among collectors. For example, a mint mark placed slightly higher or lower than usual, or coins with a faint or doubled mint mark, have become prized collectibles. These minute differences often go unnoticed by casual observers but can make a substantial difference in value. Of course, condition is king when it comes to coin collecting. Many 1998 Kennedy half-dollars entered circulation, meaning most surviving specimens show signs of wear such as scratches, nicks, and a loss of original mint luster. However, coins preserved in mint or near mint condition, especially those graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC as MS-65 or higher, are extraordinarily rare. These high-grade coins retain their sharp detail, brilliant shine, and untouched surfaces, making them highly sought after for serious collections. Collectors are drawn not only by the coin's historical significance but also by the rarity of pristine examples, which are becoming increasingly scarce as time passes. This scarcity, combined with the thrill of owning a piece that connects to American history and presidential legacy, drives prices upward in the marketplace. Let's talk about demand. The Kennedy half-dollar series has maintained a loyal base of collectors, but certain years like 1998 have seen increased interest thanks to the discovery of rare varieties and mint errors. Auction records show that coins matching the rarest mint mark variations and in top condition command premium prices from collectors and investors alike. These coins are not just numismatic curiosities, they are prized investments. Now, you might be wondering, what is the actual market value of a rare 1998 Kennedy half-dollar with a distinctive mint mark and in excellent condition? While typical circulated examples are worth a few dollars, the rare mint mark varieties combined with flawless grading can exponentially increase that value. Here comes the reveal: a 1998 Kennedy half-dollar, featuring a rare mint mark variety or error, in pristine mint condition, can be worth an astounding $310,000. Yes, $310,000 for a single half-dollar coin. This staggering price demonstrates how the right coin, with the right mint mark and condition, can become a priceless treasure for collectors and investors. In conclusion, the 1998 Kennedy half-dollar is much more than just a piece of metal. It is a piece of history, artistry, and mystery wrapped into one small coin. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone intrigued by the stories coins tell, this coin is a shining example of how passion and attention to detail in numismatics can uncover incredible hidden value. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that carries both historical weight and tremendous collectible value, the United States Kennedy half-dollar from 1973, complete with its mint mark. If you've ever held one of these coins in your hand, you might think it's just another everyday half-dollar. But trust me, beneath its familiar surface lies a treasure story that could turn a simple coin into a fortune. So stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll discover why the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar is a coin worth paying attention to, and just how much it could be worth in today's market. Let's start with some context. The Kennedy half-dollar was first introduced in 1964 as a tribute to President John F. Kennedy following his assassination in 1963. The coin quickly became a symbol of remembrance, patriotism, and American resilience. By the time we reached 1973, the Kennedy half-dollar had been in circulation for nearly a decade, with subtle changes in its design and composition along the way. The 1973 Kennedy half-dollar was minted primarily at two facilities: the Philadelphia Mint, which is identified by the absence of a mint mark, and the Denver Mint, marked by a distinctive D. These mint marks might seem like small details, but they are crucial in the world of coin collecting, often making a huge difference in a coin's rarity and value. In 1973, the coin was composed of a copper-nickel clad, which was standard for circulation coins after 1970, when the U.S. Mint ceased producing silver Kennedy half-dollars for general circulation. This shift to base metals meant that while the intrinsic metal value of these coins was relatively low, their collectible value became much more dependent on rarity, condition, and minting anomalies. Now, what makes the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar especially interesting? Well, while millions were minted, most circulated widely and show the typical signs of wear, scratches, loss of luster, and minor damage. However, finding one in pristine condition, especially with a clear mint mark and free from any circulation marks, is becoming increasingly rare. Coins that have been preserved in mint state condition, often found in original mint sets or carefully stored by collectors, hold a special place in the numismatic world, but it doesn't stop there. The 1973 Kennedy half-dollar is known for some fascinating minting errors and variations that make certain coins extremely valuable. Collectors have documented rare die errors, including double dies where the design elements appear doubled or blurred. There are also variations in mint mark placement and size that can distinguish one coin from another and significantly impact its value. These unique features have made the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar a magnet for collectors who hunt for these elusive varieties. Owning a coin with such a variation is like holding a piece of minting history that tells a story about the manufacturing process and the imperfections that occasionally slip through even the most meticulous quality controls. When it comes to condition, the grading system plays a vital role. Professional grading companies such as PCGS and NGC assign grades based on a coin's wear, luster, and strike quality. A 1973 Kennedy half-dollar graded MS 65 or higher, meaning it is in mint state and practically flawless to the naked eye, is considered highly desirable. These high-grade coins command premium prices and are often the centerpiece of prestigious collections. The collector demand for the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar has surged in recent years. With fewer coins surviving in top condition and more collectors recognizing the importance of this year's minting quirks, prices have climbed steadily. The rarity, combined with the historical appeal of the Kennedy half-dollar series, ensures that this coin remains a hot commodity in the numismatic market. So, what does this mean for you if you happen to have a 1973 Kennedy half-dollar tucked away somewhere? It means you could be sitting on a valuable treasure. While most circulated coins might only fetch a few dollars, the rarer mint mark varieties, especially those with minting errors or in pristine condition, can attract serious collectors and investors willing to pay top dollar. Ready for the big reveal? A 1973 Kennedy half-dollar, featuring a rare mint mark variety or error, and preserved in outstanding mint condition, can be worth as much as $210,000. Yes, you heard that right, $210,000 for a single half-dollar coin. This staggering figure highlights how a coin that seems ordinary to many can hold extraordinary value for the knowledgeable collector. In summary, the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar is far more than just pocket change. It is a fascinating piece of American history, a showcase of minting craftsmanship, and a potentially life-changing collector's item. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just beginning your coin journey, this coin is a shining example of how rarity, condition, and history combine to create extraordinary value. Thanks so much for watching this deep dive into the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar. If you enjoyed this video and want to keep uncovering the stories behind some of the world's most valuable coins, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and who knows? Maybe your next coin will be worth a fortune. Happy collecting!